GECV is back. It's Killahsiz. How you doing, brother?
Better now that I figured out this microphone situation. iPhone 13, they keep a microphone in the privacy sections. That's fucking ridiculous to me. Are we allowed to curse on here?
Yeah, man. Knock yourself out, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck. That shit was ridiculous. Like,
yeah. I struggle with the tech side of things. I've been known to on occasion. I do struggle with certain things, but it is what it is. Where are you from, my man?
We figured it out. I'm from Broward County, Florida. Sorry.
He says it knocks his camera off. Where you gone, man? Don't worry about it.
I got a phone call. A phone call kicks me out of here?
Yeah, just knock it. I turn mine on silent.
I'm just going to minimize this and silent my calls. Jesus Christ.
Okay, GEC.
I don't even know how to silence calls. That might take another hour. So I usually don't even get calls like that. That's fucking ridiculous.
GEC is back. It's Killahsiz. How you doing, man? We'll start again.
Third time's the charm, baby. I'm good, man. I feel good today. Good Lord. I feel good today, brother. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it, man.
Broward County, yeah?
Broward County, Florida. I was born in Coral Springs Medical Center, which is like a suburb outside of Fort Lauderdale. But in South Florida, we go based off of counties. You know what I mean? Like the suburbs and the hoods are like all right next to each other. And it's the Tri-County area. So Miami is Dade County, which Miami is like a huge, just takes up like all of South Florida. And then we got Broward County, where Fort Lauderdale is. And then we got Palm Beach County, where West Palm Beach is. For people that aren't from here, that's like the easiest ones to know. Like me with London, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So with your Zoo Battle League.
Zoo Battle League?
Yeah, how long have you been doing that for?
Oh, well, I stepped into like officially battle rapping at 23. So they were doing a local competition at the sports bar in the city called Margate. And yeah, I've always been a diehard fan of battle rap period. You know what I mean? And I've always like wrote my rhymes and, you know, tried to freestyle and stuff like that. But when I was 23 is when I really jumped into it. And then at 24 is when I battled in my first league ever, which is a league called Art of War here in Miami.
Do you recall your first battle?
Yeah, my very first battle at the sports bar. The league was called King of the Mic. It only lasted.
Oh yeah, I've heard of King of the Mic.
Yeah, so you have a King of the Mic over there?
Yeah, no, I've heard it. I mean, I do watch battle rapping myself, so I'm quite familiar with quite a few of the leagues.
I think you're thinking about King of the Dot. Like
I know King of the Dot as well. I know King of the Dot as well.
Okay. Yeah. So no, King of the Mic wasn't even really a league. It was like literally 3 or 4 events that they threw. So
yeah,
I
seen
just
it on YouTube.
Yeah. So these battles are actually on YouTube. I don't even Verse Tracker actually counts those battles for me. Like Verse Tracker is the platform that displays every battle rapper from every place. It shows how many battles they have. So Verse Tracker actually counts those battles. I don't personally count those battles because they weren't really in a league. But I did 3 battles at King of the Mic. The first one went really fucking bad. It was horrible. It was horrible, bro. It was so nerve-wracking. And if you listen to it, I'm always big on like content. You know what I mean? Like what's being said. And just I feel like a big part of rap for me and what I'm a fan of is literally bending the language. You know what I mean? And displaying like schemes and punchlines and intricate wordplay. So I actually had a lot of really good shit in my first battle because I've been writing for a long time. So I feel like I've gotten really good at that, especially now. But the kid that I battled, like his best line, I'll never forget it. It was like, I'll leave your fucking head spinning like a bike spoke. And fucking the whole crowd went nuts. And I just started freestyling during my shit because like I was rapping to him and he started making all these fucking faces and like trying to fucking act like an idiot. So I just ended up going off the top of the head and just screamed at this kid the whole time. And it was a judge battle and they gave him the win.
I love the line. You'll fuck my mum on Skype. I'll fuck your mum tonight. She's right here tonight.
Dude, talk about it. Talk like he brought his
Like
family to
fucking
the
ball
event.
over. You killed him.
Bro, that was it. That's probably, I have 38 battles, and that was probably my biggest reaction out of any battle I ever did. It made me an instant legend with like a certain crowd down here.
It was excellent.
Dude, yeah, it was a rebuttal because like if you bring your mom to a battle, you probably shouldn't have any bars about fucking your opponent's mom.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck? So he walked right into that one, bro.
Globally,
Yeah,
who are the actual battle rappers who actually take the time out yourself to go watch?
oh, there's a shitload. You know what I mean? There's so many of them, but my biggest influence, like the first time I saw Disaster Battle, I was just like, what is this? Like, I've never seen anything like that in my life. You know, I saw Disaster versus Jersey Swift, which I think took place in like 2009, 2010. And when I saw this battle, I was like, I didn't even know this shit existed. It blew my mind. You know what I mean? So Disaster is definitely, to me, like the greatest of all time. He's one of the only battlers. There's a few battlers now. Like if a battle of theirs drops, I drop whatever I'm doing and I watch it right away. So he's definitely one.
I've got to say,
Yeah.
Shotty Horror against Arsenal is my favorite.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the most legendary battles ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't flop.
Yep. Your uncle was a no good crack kid with a head full of whatever and a face full of blackheads.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. That shit's such a classic battle. It's like beyond classic, you know? And it's cool when you meet a lot of these people in person. Like some people, like you know what I mean? You have like a good experience with them. I did a battle in Toronto a few years back, and Shotty Horror was just in the crowd, just being super low key. So like, you know what I mean? And he showed me mad love after the battle, bro. So Shotty Horror is a cool ass dude, bro.
Quick fire round. Rick Ross or Bobby Schmurder?
Rick Ross.
Hot Boy or Kodak Black?
Kodak Black.
Glock 9 or T-Pain?
T-Pain. By T-Pain.
Pitbull or Flow Rider?
I'll drink. No, but for real, Flow Rider. No, fuck it. Pitbull for one song.
Outkast or 2 Live Crew?
Outkast.
Future or Lil Baby?
Future.
Shotty Horror or Arsenal?
Arsenal. Shotty. Sorry, Shotty. Arsenal.
Disaster or Conceited?
Disaster for sure. I love Conceited, but yeah, Diz is that dude.
Murder Mook or Daylight?
Daylight.
Loaded Lux or Hitman Holler?
Loaded Lux. Loaded Lux.
Shotgun Sugar or Immaculate?
Immaculate.
Cool. A-Verb or Hollow the Don?
Anybody over A-Verb. Hollow the Don. Hollow for sure.
Going back to music, best album in your opinion ever?
Eminem Recovery.
Oh, cool. First track ever purchased?
Well, it was a whole album. Blink 182, Enema of the State.
Oh, cool album, very.
Amazing.
Going back
my
to your...
love.
Huh?
I was just saying that really sparked my like just obsession for music. You know what I mean? That album really did.
Going back to your music, Nobody Cares. Was this like a personal reflection or just a little snippet of looking back at a time in your life?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a personal reflection. You know, that was my best ability to. A lot of the shit on there is 100% true. You know what I mean? Like I'd say like 80-90% of it is like real life events. So I that was like an album. It's just how it came. I always wanted to like tell a full story, you know. So definitely a personal reflection for sure.
Broward was actually my personal favorite on that. Is that just a reflection of like just where you're from, where you're at, where you belong?
Yeah, so absolutely. So I think that song, just a lot of the stuff I say, like my dog got popped at the swap shop. Like if you're from Broward County, you definitely know where the swap shop is.
Yeah.
You know, and just typical, like, I guess, like hood shit or whatever, you know what I mean? The references that I make and stuff like that. But I feel like that song really encaptured Broward, like at least from my perspective, you know what I mean? Just from drugs to violence to, shit's weird, you know what I mean?
Are you micromanaging every project from start to finish, obviously lyrically, in terms of beats and then video production?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Are you micromanaging the whole from the project from start to finish? Obviously, you're taking care of your lyrics. Are you looking after the beats as well as then being involved with the process of like storyboarding for the video, etc.?
Oh no, I mean, I'm in like full creative control over it, but as far as I didn't shoot any videos, I didn't make any of the beats or any of that. So no, it's all lyrics and all my ideas, even for the videos. But so I guess I directed the video, like the few videos I have, but other people shot them and other people made the beats.
What was you thinking behind your latest release of Who Shot You Freestyle?
What was I thinking behind it?
Yeah. What was your process? Why did you think to yourself, right, that's what I'm going to do. That's the track I'm going to choose.
Well, I took off a couple of years from music. So like when the pandemic hit, it kind of just threw me all the way out of the loop. So I didn't even know if I wanted to return to making music for a while. I was just kind of like, fuck it all, you know? But I'm dropping 8 freestyles before I put out my project. And that beat, it just kind of just naturally happened with that beat. It wasn't really like calculated, you know what I mean? I didn't really like plan it out. It kind of just happened with that beat, you know? And it's a classic beat, and Biggie's one of my favorite artists. So yeah, it just kind of naturally happened over that one.
Do you consider yourself to be like an all-rounder in terms of being a rapper? I mean, it's few and far between nowadays where you get someone that's an artist, a battle rapper, and someone that's actually going to go out there and freestyle just off.
So one thing I definitely consider myself is a lyricist, like through on and through. So any type of song that we're going to do, or if it's a battle, I can handle that. You know what I mean? I think very highly of myself when it comes to lyricism, because that's what I always gravitated towards. And that's what I spent my 10,000 hours doing, you know, listening and writing. So whether it's a battle, if I found out I'm battling G Hasty, you know what I mean? I'm going to break down every lyrical aspect that I can to battle you. If we're going to make this type of song, we'll make this type of song too. But I always want to give the listener like just a level of lyricism, you know what I mean? Like whatever that may be. Every song calls for a level of it, I guess, you know?
I like the way you've also got like vocal pitch as well, where you can actually sing, can't you? There's a couple of battles where you break out into a bit of a song, which I think is quite a smooth move, actually.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's I guess I've seen other battlers do it, but I've done it with like alternative rock songs, you know. So I felt like that was a pretty like original concept, you know, where like I just sing something and throw everybody off, and then I make a punchline out of it, you know, like the Limp Bizkit. Yeah. So
you say you've got a project coming up. Are you looking at dropping an album or an EP soon? Yeah,
it's gonna be an EP, so it's gonna be 8 songs.
Got any shows planned coming up for the summertime?
I'm basically just taking what I can get right now. You know what I mean? Like doing open mics or doing like little open shows. I was actually supposed to headline this little event last Saturday, but it got canceled. It got rained out, which I say, fuck it, we should have performed in the rain. But apparently,
yeah.
I mean, you know, that's like the cloth that I feel like that's what I always want to represent, whether it's rap or battling or rock or whatever it is. You know, even though I rap, I feel like I perform and I bring like a rock and roll type of energy. You know what I mean? Like we'll get that shit going in the rain. But yeah, when it comes to the shows, I'm looking, you know what I mean? I'm gonna work as much as I possibly can. You know, it's music's definitely not the easiest thing to like break back into, especially even before. It wasn't like I was this huge success, but like I was definitely like moving pretty like well underground. So yeah, as far as summertime, I feel like that's still such a long ways away. Like there's things that could happen today, tomorrow that could catapult it and change it completely.
For sure.
So I'm really trying to go on. I'll put this out in the universe now. There's, you know who Riff Raff is, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so Riff Raff actually lives in the city that I live in now. I don't live in Broward anymore. I live in Stewart, which is like an hour north. But Riff Raff lives out here. And he just got off a tour. A good friend of mine is friends with him, and they have separate business that they've done. So if all goes well, I'll be going on tour with Riff Raff sometime this year. Which, I mean, that would literally change my life. You know what I mean?
For sure. So, are you actually looking, you got any merchandise you want to put out?
Not right now. Like I said, since I just got back into it, even though I feel like I could probably like sell some merch to people. Like my core supporters, I feel like I got a good like 70 to 100 people that like really fuck with me. You know what I mean? So even the freestyles that I'm doing, it's kind of like, yo, like this is for you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want you to get excited about the project. I want you to get excited that I'm returning. But it's also for like, yo, here's some fire ass shit that you can listen to, catch all the bars, listen to over and over again. So by the time the project's gonna come out, I will have some merchandise for sure.
I'm really sorry to rush you, but we're out of time. Thank you very much. Anyone to give a quick shout out to before we run out?
Fuck. Shout out to you for the interview.
Shout out to everybody that's been,
literally shout out to everybody that's liked any of my shit, shared any of my shit, commented on my shit. So far,